The phone call came at dawn, my father's voice shaking with panic. "They're here, David," he whispered. "With sledgehammers." I sped through the streets, heart pounding, but when I reached his house, the sight stopped me cold. My father, James Wilson, an 85-year-old Vietnam War veteran, stood trapped on his porch, clutching his walker. His only way down, a ramp I'd built with my own hands, lay in ruins. Concrete chunks and splintered wood littered the lawn. Standing on the sidewalk, Karen Mitchell, the HOA president, smirked, directing the demolition crew like a general. This wasn't just cruelty. It was the opening act of a conspiracy that would expose a predatory network targeting America's elderly. I'm David Carter, a contractor who's spent 15 years building homes in this community. But no project ever meant more than that ramp for my father, a man who'd earned 3 Purple Hearts and spent decades uniting our neighborhood. This is the story of how one ramp became ground zero in a fight for justice. James Wilson wasn't just another retiree. He was a legend, organizing Veterans Day parades, teaching kids about community gardening, and mentoring young soldiers. 3 months ago, a hip replacement left him housebound. The steps to his porch became a prison for a man who'd once marched through jungles. "I'm fine, David," he'd said, masking the pain after a fall trapped him inside for days. That's when I built the ramp. I followed every code, used top-grade materials. The first time he rolled down it, his eyes lit up. "You gave me my life back, son," he said, voice thick with emotion. For the first time in months, he could tend his roses, grab his mail, and wave at neighbors. But we didn't know Karen Mitchell had other plans, plans that would turn our quiet street into a battleground. Trouble started with Karen's inspection walks. I was tightening a handrail when I caught her snapping photos of the ramp, her smile chilling. The next day, a letter arrived. Unauthorized modification. Remove immediately. A handwritten note added, "Property values come first." I tried to meet with the HOA board, submitting medical records and doctor's letters proving the ramp's necessity. Karen's response? "Rules are rules." Our neighbor, Mrs. Lee, pulled me aside. "You don't know about 5 years ago, do you?" she whispered. "Your father beat Karen in the HOA election. She's never forgiven him." Fines piled up, $500 a day, crushing for a man on a fixed income. Security cameras caught Karen driving by at night, documenting violations. She rejected every appeal, once sneering, "If he can't climb stairs, maybe a nursing home's better." My father, once the heart of every barbecue, began hiding behind curtains. "Maybe I don't belong here, David," he said one night, his voice heavy with defeat. Then I uncovered something sinister. 3 other elderly residents had been forced out in the past month. Digging through HOA records, I found a demolition notice citing rules that didn't exist when I built the ramp. A former board member, Emily Davis, contacted me secretly. "Karen pushed through new regulations in a shady meeting," she said, voice trembling. "She's targeting anyone who opposed her 5 years ago." Security footage showed Karen redirecting board members away from our property, isolating my father. At a heated HOA meeting, she stormed into our yard, screaming, "This eyesore's coming down!" A neighbor's phone captured her chilling slip. "Once we clear out this dead weight, property values will soar. Horizon Properties is ready to rebuild this neighborhood from scratch." Horizon Properties? Why would a developer care about our modest street? The next morning, my father's call shattered me. I arrived to find the ramp half destroyed, his walker trembling as Karen watched, unfazed. "Stop!" I yelled, dialing 911. "He has a doctor's appointment." "How's he supposed to get down?" Karen's smile was ice cold. "Not my problem." Neighbors emerged, phones recording. Mrs. Lee sobbed. Mr. Alvarez, a retired lawyer, called the news. A worker mouthed, "Sorry," later confessing Karen threatened legal action if they stopped. Then an unmarked envelope appeared in my mailbox. Inside, a USB drive and a note. "Check Horizon Properties projects." The files exposed a chilling scheme. Horizon targeted aging communities, installing hostile HOA presidents to harass elderly residents into selling cheap. Karen wasn't just vengeful, she was their operative. My father's security cameras had recorded everything: Karen's late-night visits, her call from her car. The old man's ramp will be gone by noon, tell the buyers to drive by. The USB revealed a list of 37 elderly homeowners targeted for modifications, violations. Emergency services arrived but couldn't get my father down without the ramp. Firefighters used special equipment as Karen waved her rulebook, smirking. Watching my father, a man who'd fought for freedom, trapped in his own home, broke me. "I just wanted my garden, David," he whispered, voice cracking. The image of my father stranded went viral. News vans swarmed our street. Channel 5's Lisa Gwynn broke the story. Horizon Properties offered HOA presidents kickbacks for each elderly homeowner forced out. The whistleblower? Karen's assistant, who confessed. They called it Operation Clean Sweep. Your father was a test case. My father's cameras caught Karen meeting other HOA presidents, plotting. Once Wilson's gone, the others will cave. Nobody wants to be trapped. Falsified minutes, backdated rules, and deleted emails proved Karen was on Horizon's payroll. The demolition crew's foreman admitted. She wanted him trapped to teach him a lesson. The backlash was swift. State investigators froze Horizon's assets, seizing computers. They uncovered a playbook for infiltrating HOAs nationwide, with pressure points targeting elderly modifications. Similar schemes spanned 47 communities across 12 states. Karen, facing felony charges, cracked under questioning, exposing Horizon's grooming of HOA leaders. National news descended. Anderson Cooper interviewed my father on his porch, the ruined ramp a stark symbol. Other HOA presidents turned on Horizon to save themselves. Emails revealed executives joking about dinosaur removal and rating seniors. Vulnerability. Our community fought back. Neighbors formed a volunteer crew, local businesses donated materials, and even rival developers offered support. Washington called, Congress drafted the James Wilson Act to protect elderly homeowners. I just wanted my garden, my father told me as volunteers cleared debris. But if this helps others, it's worth it. Veterans groups mobilized, bikers from the American Legion guarding our street. Contractors exposed Horizon's tactics. Home Depot and Lowe's offered free legal aid for seniors facing ramp removals. Social media erupted with hashtag #IStandWithJames, people sharing photos of their relatives' modifications, daring HOAs to act. A 90-year-old Florida woman held a sign at her HOA meeting. Try to remove my ramp. The state acted decisively. Karen and complicit board members were removed. My father was named the honorary HOA president, his dignity restored. Neighbors rebuilt his ramp, a symbol of defiance. HOAs statewide reformed, adding safeguards for vulnerable residents. The James Wilson Act gained traction, sparking a national movement. AARP's hotline logged 10,000 calls in days, each story echoing ours: sudden rules, aggressive enforcement, pressure to sell. This wasn't just about one ramp. It was about the right to age with dignity. My father's fight exposed a system preying on our elders, but it also showed the power of community. For every ramp destroyed, 10 more will rise. Linda was one pawn in a larger game, but how many seniors are still trapped? This is a call to action. Silence is the real weapon. What do you think? Should HOA presidents have unchecked power, or are they too easily corrupted? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us, have you or someone you love faced similar battles? Let's keep this conversation going and expose the truth together.